Guys, you're here with Rob from Traversal ENT. Listen. I'm going to say it straight away. Listen, we love you, Tyson Fury. We love you, Tyson Fury, yeah? But your CV's a laughing stock, mate. Your CV's a laughing stock. Fury. I had a look at your CV. Your CV is an absolute joke. Listen, you've got two fantastic wins. I'm not going to take anything away from you. You're one of my favorite fighters. You really are. I'm not joking. I love your style. And I think you're very good for boxing. But you cannot open your mouth to talk to AJ. You just can't. You just can't. You just can't. You just cannot. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. And I've never said that prior to today. But once I saw your CV, my God, I had to. It's just like there's certain things you just can't defend because the evidence is show against it. AJ CV is so far ahead of Tyson Fury's that it's the difference is like it's like a killer whale to a tuna fish. No joke. You cannot debate this. It's not even a debatable thing. Tyson Fury, look, you know what? Let me not say too much because let me just pull up the box rec. Yeah, it speaks for itself. The Gypsy King, one of my favorite fighters, pound for pound fighter, no doubt about that. 5-star rated, no doubt about that. Love Tyson Fury to bits, and it's not a diss on you, Tyson. But I just wanted to put this out there that you cannot open your mouth to talk to Joshua about anything. The only thing you should be telling Anthony Joshua is get in the ring with me, let's fight, I'll knock you out. You can say that all you want. But if you go and target anything else about AJ, you don't have a leg to stand on. Because your best fighter that you fought is not Deontay Wilder, is actually Vladimir Klitschko. Yeah? Vladimir Klitschko was the best fighter on your resume. You beat him. You get full props for that, and the country respected you for that. Well, actually, the UK weren't very, they weren't really olive branching towards you. It was more the US that really took you in and opened arms. They took you in with open arms, right? It's only now that the UK have started to recognize you after you beat Wilder. You defeated Klitschko, but so did Joshua. You defeated Klitschko on points. Joshua knocked Klitschko out. You fought Deontay Wilder. Joshua should have fought Wilder, but according to Joshua, Wilder never wanted a fight. Is that true? At the time, I would have said I don't believe it, but today, I can slightly agree to that. Why? Because Wilder's new list, this joke of a list that he's pulled out, there's no mentions of AJ. And don't tell me it's because AJ wouldn't take the fight. He was speaking at people he wants to fight, and AJ's not on that list. That's not a good look for everything Deontay Wilder's done in the last 12 months, or whenever his last fight was, in the last, let's just say, 8 months, has been a bad look for Wilder. So I don't know if it's a case that Joshua didn't want to fight Wilder, Wilder didn't want to make the fight. The bottom line, Joshua's never fought Wilder. You've beaten Wilder, you've knocked him out, and you went on a draw with him first time round. So that's a big fight on your resume. But guess what, Tyson? That's where it ends. You battered Wilder. You beat Klitschko on points. That's where it ends. And that's why I made the video that I did yesterday. And that's why Eddie Hearn is going in on you. Otto Wallin, Tom Schwartz, Francesco Pineta, Sefa Seferi, Christian Hammer. No. Steve Cunningham, no. When you fought Sefa Seferi, you had been a professional since 2008 against Bella. Ask me to pronounce his surname. That fight in Nottingham Arena. You've been a professional a lot longer than AJ has, and you've got 2 recognized name on your CV. You've got 2 fights against Derek Chisora, but this is not when Derek was War Chisora. This is the old Derek, I turn up when I want. I'm not bothered. I just want to pick up my paycheck. When Derek was a journeyman, that's when you fought him, right? That's a bit harsh. He wasn't a journeyman. He just wasn't disciplined, right? Take that back. Excuse that, Chisora, because I do like you as a fighter. But you can't talk to AJ. You cannot talk to Anthony Joshua, mate. Listen, let's have a... You've got Wilder, you've got Klitschko, and an old school, back in the day, Derek Chisora, before he became the killer that we know him to be. Who has AJ got? Kubrat Pulev, Andy Ruiz again, Alexander Povetkin, Joseph Parker, Carlos Takam, Vladimir Klitschko, Eric Molina, Dominic Brazil, Charles Martin, Dillian White. Come on. Look, I don't want to repeat videos, right? Because I did that video. That video stands alone. It is what it is. But Fury, you cannot say anything about AJ. You can't say anything about AJ. The only thing you can do is get in that ring and beat Anthony Joshua. And then you can sit on that throne and say you are the best heavyweight that's ever lived. You've got the right to say that when you've done that, because you would have beaten AJ, the UK king. You've beaten Vladimir Klitschko, the long reigning king, who's defeated multiple people. And in that fight against you, I thought that was one of Klitschko's absolute best perform. No, sorry, I take that right back. Sorry, what am I on about? Vladimir Klitschko was in peak condition when he fought you, but your style was all wrong for him. That's why you beat him. But that Vladimir Klitschko was a good Vladimir Klitschko, because it was the same Klitschko that fought Joshua. Klitschko on his A game when he fought Joshua. But that's all you've got. Klitschko, Wilder. No one else in your long, extensive 2008 career that you started. You can't talk to Joshua. Listen, I'm not even a massive AJ fan like that. That's the honest to God truth. I don't mind AJ. I think he's a decent fighter. I don't think he's necessarily great. I think he's decent. But his CV speaks volumes, and I have to give him acknowledgement. Whether I think he's the best or not, his CV speaks volumes. In terms of who is the best, in terms of who they fought, AJ is the best in terms of who everyone's fought. In terms of who has the better ability, I think it's a consensus that you have. So we need to see you and AJ go against each other. And we know we're going to get that fight sooner or later. It's too much money in that fight for that fight not to be made. I don't even entertain the thought of the fight not being made. It's going to get made. We know that. And we'll find out who is the best heavyweight, right? Deontay Wilder's almost become irrelevant at this point unless he gets his rematch with you. But you cannot talk to AJ. You cannot talk to AJ. I will not have in my channel anyone talk smack about AJ if it's coming from a Tyson Fury perspective. It's not happening on this channel. Not until Tyson starts building up that CV. The guy who you was listed to fight December the 5th was another joke. Same similar fashion of jokers you've been fighting lately. Yeah? Prior to the Wilder fights. Fury, stop that. You're not going to sit on that throne and call yourself the heavyweight king. Yes, you are the man at the moment because you beat Wilder, and I don't take that away from you. But you will not be recognized as the best heavyweight until you defeat AJ. Get that straight. And I'm out. That's all I got to say about that one. I don't want to say anything more about that one. You see, in this channel, we're going to have episodes like this where fighters get the rebuking, they get the ear pulling. Yeah? The metaphoric ear pulling. Fighters will be rebuked. There's not a fighter who is, what's the word? Immune to being rebuked from me. No exceptions. I want to hear Tyson Fury slating AJ in any way, shape, sense, or fashion. This man cannot talk to AJ. His CV's an absolute joke. Derek Chisora's got a better CV than Tyson Fury, most likely. I don't want to hear about Tyson Fury's CV. Let's not go there, okay? Because if you compare Muhammad Ali's CV to Tyson Fury's CV, let's not go there, okay? All right. So I'm done. It's Rob here for Traversal ENT. We'll be back with another one.